For the 2016 Toyota Tacoma, Toyota has decided to go with a work hard, play hard mentality. From its features and styling to its engine and performance, this truck carries that duality perfectly. And since it's almost the weekend, I better get to work if I want to have any playtime. This is a good start. Lunch. So let's take a look at how the Tacoma portrays its work hard, play hard mentality. The hood scoop on the front gives a nice bit of playful styling to the Tacoma, a touch you don't see often in pickup trucks. With the optional tow package, you'll be able to tow up to 6,800 pounds, and the payload capacity is 1,620 pounds, which means you'll be able to haul around any gear you might need during the week or the weekend. Every 2016 Tacoma comes standard with an integrated GoPro mount on the windshield, so you can capture all of your weekend adventures and share them with the world. If you have a QI compatible device, you can just put it on the non-slip surface in the center console and hit the button to wirelessly charge the device. This is the TRD Sport version of the Tacoma, and it comes with a 3.5 liter engine that produces 278 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque. The lower trim models come with a 2.7 liter engine, which will churn out 159 horsepower and 180 pound-feet of torque. But if you're looking for that work hard, play hard experience, you're probably going to want to go with the bigger engine. There are kind of a lot of hard plastics that you're going to find in the interior here, but it manages to have all these hard plastics without appearing cheap. The key behind that is it has more of a utilitarian feel to it. This is a car for people who like adventures, who like going out on the weekend and going to sand dunes and ATVing and motorbiking, or at least that's what it's being marketed as. And so if you are someone like that, you're not gonna want a lot of nice upholstery and other high quality materials in here when you are gonna be getting in and out while you're covered in mud and dust and sand and stuff like that. And the center console is also very simplistic. You have your touchscreen display up here, and then you obviously are going to have your climate controls that are just actual hard knobs down here. Touchscreen is relatively responsive. It's not the best one I've ever seen, but it's also not the worst one. And it's laid out nicely. You have three main buttons on the side: audio, apps, and home. You can also select here between 2-wheel drive, 4 high, and 4 low. And then the back, there's an outlet, and you can actually control it right here. So the outlet is a 120 volt, 400 watt outlet, but you can also choose here to switch on 100 watts if you don't need quite so much power. So like I was saying, I mean, in this forest preserve that we're driving in, it's pretty windy roads and they're pretty narrow as well. And you don't feel oversized while you're driving on it. You're big, but you don't feel like it's hard to drive on, which is nice. So obviously, I mean, this does still drive like a truck. The acceleration isn't too bad, and you're not swaying too much in the corners or anything like that. And when you put your foot down, you do feel it pretty quickly that you're getting that acceleration and that power. And it's not something that you would really expect from a pickup truck, but it's nice to have that kind of sort of that acceleration from a pickup truck. And as you can just see right there, the turning radius isn't too terrible either. It's just one of those things where you're not really expecting to be driving a pickup truck when you're driving this. It feels more like, you know, like a SUV in the sense that it doesn't feel like it's made to just be hauling things around and that's sort of the only thing that it's supposed to do. It's sort of got that, you know, you have a lot of space to carry stuff around, but you're carrying things around like motorbikes or surfboards as opposed to carrying around a bunch of sod or mulch and stuff like that. And it doesn't sound like there would be a difference, but there actually is kind of a difference between how those two vehicles would drive and how they would feel as you're driving them. Toyota says that this is the car that was built for the endless weekend, and thanks to a wide range of features focused on adventure and fun, that might not be just all talk. The 2016 Toyota Tacoma is a car for anyone who's ever dreamed of being Lara Croft or Indiana Jones. So if you're someone who has motorbikes and ATVs to haul around, and not just some leaves and rotten twigs, then the 2016 Tacoma is calling your name.